Hello everyone, welcome to Full Moon Movies. Every film lover has a few movies that become unforgettable not only because of the story, but because when we first discovered them. For me, Somewhere in Time was one of those early discoveries that stayed with me long after watching it as a young person. Directed by Genu Schwartz and starring Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour, the film explores time travel through a surprising poetic and mystical idea long before modern films like Inception explored subconscious dream worlds. Somewhere in Time was already playing with that idea that the human mind itself might be capable of crossing time. The story begins with Richard Collier, a young playwright played by Christopher Reeve. After the premiere of his play, an elderly woman suddenly approaches him, places a pocket watch in his hand, and whispers a mysterious request: "Come back to me." Now, it's a strange and haunting moment that quietly sets the stage for everything that follows. Years later, Richard visits the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island, where he encounters a photograph of a beautiful stage actress from the early 1900s named Alice McKenna. Now, that moment he sees the photograph, something extraordinary happens. Richard feels an inexplicable connection to her, almost as if he already knows her. As a kid watching this film, that moment alone felt incredibly intriguing. At the time, Christopher Reeve was already widely recognized as Superman from Superman series. Seeing him appear in a film where he wasn't really flying across the sky or saving the world, but instead playing an ordinary man chasing a mysterious emotional connection was really fascinating for me. Here, Reeve was acting as a regular person, someone vulnerable, curious, and almost obsessed with discovering the identity of a woman from another time. Now, what makes Someone in Time particularly unique is the way it approaches time travel. There are no futuristic machines, laboratories, or high tech devices involved. Instead, Richard learns about a theory suggesting that time travel may be possible through deep sleep hypnosis and intense mental concentration. By surrounding himself with objects from the past and entering a deep sleep, he attempts to convince his subconscious mind that he already exists in that earlier era. Even as a child, that idea felt mysterious and strangely compelling to me. Now, the film suggests that through imagination, belief, and connection with the cosmic consciousness, the human mind might transcend the boundaries of time. It was a simple concept, yet incredibly thought provoking, especially considering this was explored many years before the film like Inception popularized dream based realities. When Richard finally succeeds in traveling back to the early 1912, the film transforms into a sweeping romantic drama. The period setting is beautifully recreated with elegant costumes and timeless architecture of the grand hotels, creating a dreamlike environment. Richard eventually meets Elisa McKenna, played by the warmth and grace by Jane Seymour. Their connection feels immediate and sincere. However, Elisa's career is tightly controlled by her strict manager William Fauquet Robinson, played by Christopher Plummer, who suspects Richard's presence may disrupt her future. One of the film's memorable symbols is the pocket watch, which represents the circular nature of time and destiny. The story suggests that love itself might exist beyond the boundaries of time. Director Gennard Schwartz approaches the material with great sensitivity. Instead of rushing the narrative, he allows the romance to unfold slowly, giving the film a dreamlike rhythm. The cinematography captures the beauty of Mackinac's Island while creating an atmosphere that feels suspended between past and present. Another powerful element is the unforgettable music by John Barry. His sweeping score, built around Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a theme of Paganini, gives the film its emotional depth. The music alone carries much of the film's nostalgic and romantic atmosphere. Despite its emotional power, Somewhere in Time did not really perform strongly at the box office upon its release in 1980. The film earned only a modest revenue and received mixed reviews from critics who struggled to categorize its unique blend of romance, fantasy, and philosophy. However, over time, the film developed a remarkable cult following. Fans of the movie, often calling themselves Somewhere in Time devotees, began gathering annually at the Grand Hotel of Mackinac Island to celebrate the film. Now, today, it is widely regarded as one of the most beloved romantic fantasy films ever made. Watching the film today, it still resonates because of its sincerity. The movie doesn't really rely on spectacle or technological concepts. Instead, it explores the ideas that love, memory, and imagination might transcend time itself. For collectors of Kino Lorber's 4K Ultra HD release, this film gives a beautiful restoration. The movie is presented with a brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master created from a 4K scan of the original 35mm camera negative, allowing the warm colors of the costumes, landscapes, and the period interiors to shine with remarkable clarity. The 4K disc also includes several audio commentary tracks, including a new commentary by novelist and critic Tim Lucas, another new commentary by film historian Julia Kiriko, and the writer-filmmaker Peter Hancock, as well an archival commentary by director Janio Schwark. The UHD presentation is based on a triple-layer UHD 100 disc, and an option with English subtitles are also included. The Blu-ray disc included in the package also features a brand new HD master from the same 4K scan along with the same commentary tracks. Additional extras include the excellent documentary Back to Somewhere in Time, a feature-length behind-the-scenes documentary by Laurette Bozzaro that runs over an hour. There's also a short featurette about Somewhere in Time fan club along with the original theatrical trailer. Now, these features provide a fascinating look at how the film was made and how it eventually developed such a passionate following. More than 40 years after its release, Somewhere in Time continues to resonate with audiences because of its poetic simplicity. The film reminds us that sometimes the most powerful time travel stories are not about machines or paradoxes, but about memory, imagination, and the timeless power of love. Now, this movie is a must-watch.